Alright, we are back, and I have done a little bit of tweaking once again to the class. I have taken out most of the artificial movement speed that it had. Instead, I have given it the fast movement trait, which is something that I saw on the skeletons that we were fighting recently. They had this trait, and I thought, if this trait exists in the game, I should add it to the vampire. Upon researching it, I realized that it's actually something that the barbarian class learns at level 5. So then I thought, okay, so if with this trait we are going to be basically as fast as a human barbarian, I should add a little bit of artificial movement speed in there again as well. So I did add 2. So that brings us to a whole 15 meters, which I would say that's pretty fast compared to like humans and goblins and like all the other creatures that we have encountered. Plus, of course, we do get our momentum, which, if I remember right, is 1.5 meters, right? Per turn, and there might be some other buffs that we can use to increase our movement speed, but this just feels like it's not as overpowered as the 21 meters that we had beforehand when the mod just artificially slapped 12 meters on top of this race. But yeah, I think that should be fair. Also, about the extra attack, I did not know that it's actually something that the barbarian class learns anyway at level 5. So for the vampire to learn it at level 3 does not feel very far-fetched. So we're going to keep it and we're going to roll with it. And now back to your regular scheduled entertainment, if you can call it entertainment anyway. Let me bore you some more with my boring gameplay and all that. Okay, so we left off in the grove, and we've got a few bits and bobs to take care of. We can kind of like see in there that there's some people threatening a prisoner, so we are going to go and try to figure out what's going on in here. Gonna close the door behind us just in case, and then we're gonna see what's going on.
You ain't gonna shoot me. Your hands are shaking.
Put it down. She can't fight back.
That's the point. Get out of the way.
She didn't kill your brother, Arca. You're better than this.
Shoot before you lose your nerve, Tiefling. If you ever had it to begin with.
Alright, so here we have probably the brother of the Tiefling that died on the bridge, trying to get revenge for his death. And we can do a few things here, and I think we're just gonna step between them.
Looks like the Absolute sent me a protector. You gonna kill her too?
You move.
Alright, so we could talk her out of this, or we could attack, which in this case we are going to attack because we are here to infiltrate, and why not go the extra mile and thin their numbers a little bit already. We are, after all, knowing that tomorrow they are going to be attacked, so us already thinning the numbers a bit and sowing a bit of chaos might not be so bad. Yes, I'm sure I want to attack. Oh, 13. Alright, the piercing damage hurts as always. This guy is fighting unarmed, so we are definitely going to prioritize Arca. which is shooting at us with a crossbow. And we can use our bite. And she's down. Alright. And we're gonna get between this guy and the door, keeping him from going for it. Ow. Alright, so we got 2 times 20 experience, not bad. Anything in these boxes? Nope. Okay, let's talk to this goblin.
Seems like a good moment to talk.
Didn't expect to see a drow in here. Did the boss lady send you to rescue me?
Alright, I see that the dialogue options for Zaza haven't really changed much. We're gonna go with nobody sent me.
You're not mates with the Thieves, are you? You need to get back to your own people before you go soft. The lady that sent me here is the cruelest drow I ever met. You could learn a thing or two from her. Get me out of here, and I'll take you to meet her and the rest of my tribe.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting how we don't get different options. I suppose it's because we haven't let a day pass. So we'll just say, well, we'll see what we can do.
You won't regret it, promise.
And I think we're getting a lot of experience for getting her out of the cage, so we are definitely going to do that. But before we do that, we are going to go and... No, actually, we are back here already, so might as well stick to what we're doing right now. So, just in case, I'm going to use guidance, because I've had moments before where I did not find this entrance. And that is just so annoying when you don't find that entrance and you gotta go around. Alright, we've got some explosive mushrooms here. And there's usually a little pouch here with some alchemy ingredients. Or in this case, Drow poison and Wizard Bane oil. My god, I'm stumbling over my words. Coat your weapon in oil. Its target receives a -3 penalty to spell attack rolls and spell save DC. Alright. And some gold. Okay, normally I get alchemy ingredients here. Alright. Not bad. Okay, and here I usually try to trigger the guard. But sometimes it doesn't work.
Stop! This place is off limits.
Is it now? No. Alright.
Well, look elsewhere.
Okay, so I hope we can get her to call the guard by just...
Guards! Guards!
There we go. But sometimes it doesn't work. Yeah, it looks like it didn't work. Try that again. Okay, so the guard is not coming, sadly. Ah! I missed her. Interesting. Okay, one more should do it. Oops. What does she have in her backpack? I always forget. Oh, right, she has some gold. Okay, so as I said, sometimes the guard doesn't actually come. I don't know what is causing this bug, but sometimes it just doesn't happen. Sometimes the guard just doesn't come in.
What's inside?
Which is a shame. I would have liked to kill him as well. And again, mostly taking the books. Cloves are sometimes worth taking as well. But since we can just sell these not so far away, I'm just taking basically everything that's worth taking. And I think that's already everything worth taking.
That should work.
Okay, I don't think I had to do that, but whatever. So we lost one of our temporary HP. Not sure why, but we did. Anyway, XP, we are looking at 800 left to level up, so that's still quite a bit.
That's a friendly looking shadow.
Down here, there's a couple of goblins.
Here we go.
Alright, so we've got 4 goblins down here, one is standing up there. It is actually probably better to attack them from here, from this area up here, which we would have to go to Nettie first. We have this one quest here, talking to Nettie. That way we would get access to the back, and we could ambush them from behind. Or we're just gonna take care of it from here.
Time to press ahead.
And then that is not the best or most ideal. So I'm gonna go with the best option so I can show you the best option. You can go from here, but the reason why I don't like it so much, right, is because, let me just show you. These two in the back are no problem. The trackers are not really big issues, but with my piercing vulnerability, there's still quite a problem. And let me turn the chatter volume down, or actually I think I'm even gonna turn it off completely. Alright. Right, so with my piercing vulnerability, these trackers can still hurt quite a bit, but the main threat is the Sharp Eye Gorza combined with the Warrior Gresh. The Warrior has the Fury of Small. When you damage a creature larger than you, you can choose to deal 1 to 6 extra slashing damage. And I think they all have that. Let me check. Yeah. And they see, and here's extra piercing damage. So extra piercing damage on these guys, and also extra piercing damage on the Sharp Eye. Plus, the Sharp Eye can summon a warg. So if you look at the situation with my vulnerabilities, this is not ideal. It is really not ideal for us to have to fight them from this direction, where this guy has the high ground on us and this warrior stands between us and these archers. It is really not ideal. It is more ideal for us to come from the back, so we can ambush this archer and maybe even get a shot or even kill one of the archers on the bottom. And if we step back into the shadows again, maybe they're not even going to be able to attack us. So that's what we're going to do. And again, sorry I'm explaining so much, but I'm trying not to use a rage charge in here. So I like to protect myself from the piercing damage as much as possible. And you gotta keep in mind that they have an extra 1 to 6 piercing damage, which in our case is an extra 2 to 12, right? So you can expect them to deal about 4 to 24 damage just on a regular, you know, just a regular goblin ranged attack. 4 to 24 damage, and you have 3 of those, right? So we want to try to mitigate that as much as possible. Plus the warrior has a pretty strong attack as well that he can use on us. It's like kind of like an overhead strike with his axe, and that can hurt. That can hurt as well, quite badly actually. So we could die down there if we don't play it safe. It wouldn't be a problem with the original vampire build, but the way that I'm built right now, yeah, no. Alright. And this ox is looking at us strangely, so we're gonna talk to it.
Ah, you're addressing me? A humble ox. How quaint.
And there's an arcana option here, which we don't have a lot of arcana, but we do have our guidance, so there's that. Did you come from Elturel?
I suppose I did. Yes. I had quite a life in Elturel. Chewing cud, pulling carts, etc.
Alright, there's something strange about this ox. Let's see if we can actually make this roll. It's not the most difficult roll, but I have never succeeded so far. Looks like it's the first time I succeed.
Something's off. This creature isn't what it appears to be.
Well, there seems to be more than meets the eye here. Let's ask about it.
No. You are incapable.
Alright, and now we have options. We have Persuasion, which we get +1 from our Charisma. Intimidation, which that is probably our best bet, because we have +3 plus 1d4. And then we also have Deception, which is +3 plus 1d4. So actually Intimidation and Deception are the same. I did fail the Deception one time, but we are going to use Intimidation this time, just cause. Alright, 4 to 7 bonus. We should be able to do this, unless we get a really unlucky roll. Oh wow, okay. We decimated this roll.
I'll tell you this much. I'm going to Baldur's Gate, with or without the rest of these poor sods. Now, that's all I have to say besides, and I really mean this. Move.
Alright. Alright, so we don't actually find out, but he's going to Baldur's Gate. Okay.
Another one. What are you under there then? Ant? Or ox?
Maybe I'm an ox.
You have the smell, but I do not think so. You are not like the keepers here. They become birds, to hunt on the wing. Bears to tear flesh with teeth. But for me, Only oxen, only same old hay. And I cannot even eat it, because the horned ones hide their shiny bits inside.
Uh-huh, shiny bits.
Hiding things. Thinking they're clever. Not clever. Sometimes I eat the shiny bits, and they have to go looking for them on the other end.
Okay, well, there's just a few little interactions like this. And you find a little bag in here with some stuff. And you know, just a little bit of experience from just having these conversations, you know. I'm not sure if every conversation gives you experience, but some of them do. Let's try here.
Hells, we can't just leave. They're kin.
I'll not gamble our lives, our futures, on people who are as good as dead. We must leave for Baldur's Gate at once.
Can we all just take a moment, please?
What's the point in blazing spells if we don't bloody use them? We should stay. These people aren't fighters. We can help.
Or yell louder. That's fine too.
Alright, so once again we have a little task here, right? Our little task is infiltrating and thinning their numbers as much as possible. We could say nothing, or we could say that they should get out while they can. Which, if they do, maybe we can even ambush them on the road, but I'm not sure you can. I'm not sure that it's possible. I would love to, but actually, first let's see if they have anything to trade. Okay, not really. No, okay. Okay, get out while you can. Yep.
Common sense at last. Let's get out of this death trap. Or would you deny your brother here his chance at fortune in Baldur's Gate?
Come on, sis. We're less of a target alone. We should leave.
Fine. Let's sneak away like God's damned cowards. But if something happens to these people, it's on us. I hope you know that.
Alright, let's try to follow them. And yeah, mission accomplished. We are thinning the numbers. So they're level 3. And this guy has a pike, so that will hurt for sure. The wizard is also problematic. I'm not even sure I want to fight these guys, because there's 2 with piercing damage and 1 mage, and they're level 3. So 1 versus 3, that could hurt. That could definitely hurt. Okay. I'm just curious to find out. Okay. Where they are going. Or if they are just going to disappear. Which is usually the case, right? Like, yeah, they just disappear. Up, he walked past me so fast. I tried to get him because he was kind of like lagging behind the rest, so I tried to get him, but he walked way too fast. Okay, they just disappear. So no opportunity there for us. But again, we are sowing chaos, getting people to leave, making their defenses thinner. That's exactly what we're trying to do. Alright. Once more into the fray.
Don't mind if I do.
There's some gloves here. Yoink. Okay. This chest is usually not worth opening, but I'm opening it anyway. Because maybe, just maybe this time it's worth it, right? You never know. Maybe this time there's going to be something flaming amazing in there, but you never know until you open it. Okay, I think I'm maximum trying 5 times. So this is third. Okay, third, fourth. There we go, on the 4th try. So keep in mind we used 4 thief tools for whatever we find in here. Yeah, not worth it.
Let my daughter go right now!
She's a thief, hell spawn. And you will wait for Korga's judgment. Now get back!
Oh, let me through, Mragrasham, or I'll rip your damn throat out!
Alright, not sure why I moved over there, but looks like there's some situation going on here. So let's go ourselves because we need to go down there.
Carl Magrin, give her a chance. You, step back. We'll not tolerate Drow in here.
Uh-huh, okay. Well, but if it weren't for me... Right, let's just throw our weight around here.
Keep back. Force my hand and I'll show you its claws.
A moment, Giorna.
What? Why would she allow one of them?
I suppose so. You. Apparently Korga wants to see you. Go ahead. But a word of warning. One wrong move and every single animal here will tear you apart.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Just realized we are bloody, so let's clean ourselves up before we go in. And true enough, Volo is not here. Before we go in, I always like to go down here. Before I forget, you know. I have forgotten before. You can get some great stuff down here, so let's go ahead. You know, something that I would love is if the movement speed of your character also affected how fast they move outside of turn-based mode, but it doesn't, which is sad. Okay, now we're talking. We've got our elixir of bloodlust, an oil of accuracy, and I don't think we need this oil of dark vision, because we already have superior dark vision, 24 meters of that, so definitely don't need that. I am happy though we've got another elixir of bloodlust. That is definitely going to come in handy when we fight all these darn goblins, right? So there's a little bit of stuff that we could acquire here. Why are we going all the way around? Come on, this happens to me every time. I click on the stupid dagger route and we go all the way around. We could steal this with a potion of invisibility. I have not attempted yet. I'm pretty sure it's probably gonna do something. Pretty sure it's not worth it though. But we could, technically. Alright, some more mugwort over here. And I know, I'm probably not going to need all of these alchemy ingredients, but I love picking them up. Oh. So let's see what Kaga wants from us. Oh, wrong thing. That's what I wanted.
I'm sorry.
This is madness, Korga. She's just a...
A what, Wrath? A thief? A poison? A threat? I will imprison the devil. And I will cast out every stranger.
Okay, so here we can either try to save the girl or condemn her. Honestly, it's probably better for us sowing chaos if we don't do anything and we just let all of this just play out. So we're gonna just say one of your guards outside said you wanted to see me.
We will speak soon enough. First, judgment must be passed. The parasite eats our food, drinks our water, then steals our most holy idol in thanks. Wrath, lock her up. She remains here until the rite is complete. And keep still, devil. Tila is restless.
Come, Korga. We took back the idol. Surely...
Do it.
Alright, I had to get myself something to drink. Thankfully this dialogue is pretty long. So, we could try to stay her hand, but again, if we want to sow chaos, it's probably better we let the tieflings and the druids pit themselves against one another. Or we are rather pitting them against one another. So, we're just going to stay silent.
Now, Wrath.
No.
Ithias. Tila, to me.
Gone. By the gods, Korga, what have you done?
Bury the remains. Continue the rite.
And the parents? They're just outside.
This outsider will take word once I've spoken to her. We must focus on the rite.
Alright, chaos is being sown. Alright, so let's go talk to her now.
A deep elf. In our grove, on this day. A sign. Or rather, a gift. Who better to understand a watchful broodmother than a beloved child of Lolth?
Yeah, well please, we have nothing in common.
Don't we? I've studied Drow culture. You have a talent for self-preservation. A viper bears her fangs defending her brood. Is it not her nature to strike at invaders? No matter. I took back the idol of Sylvanas, and the rite is resumed. We will seal the grove, free from harm, free of intruders.
Alright, so it's not really my concern, but I would like to find out what sort of magic is at play here.
The Rite of Thorns. It is the Tree Father's gift that none come to harm. When we speak the final prayer, the great vine will sprout forth. The grove will be cloaked in bramble and thorn. No one enters, no one leaves.
sanctuary. None of this can happen while Outlanders infect us. Sylvanas demands that we choke them out.
Kinda sounds like a prison as well, honestly. What should we do? Do what you want. It's none of my concern, yes.
Then I was wise to grant you entry. And you'd be wise to heed my words. I want you to provide your services to the Tiefling leader. Zevlor, he's called. Offer to guide the Outlanders out of the grove. I'm sure they'll reward you well. They're to be gone before final prayer. If they are not, the Viper must strike.
Alright. Prattle all you want. They are not my concern.
Then they soon know the sting of my venom. Get out. We have no more business.
Alright. No more business, she says. Okay, so in here there's a few things we could do, but we're gonna pass on that for now. And we're gonna go and talk to Nettie instead. Pick up his stuff because we can. And then let's talk to Nettie.
I see you. Just give me a moment.
Yeah, we'll just wait.
There. It's up to her now. Life or death. Now, what? Drow. Last time I saw one of you folk, he tried to slit me open. I hope you're more agreeable.
Probably less agreeable, but we are not going to let her know about that. That depends. How good of a healer are you?
Good enough to tell there's nothing obviously wrong with you. A bit tired, maybe. But we're all a bit tired.
Well, I do have a tadpole in my hand.
A tadpole? A mind flayer tadpole?
Yep. It's not like a frog hopped into my eye.
That's a serious condition. Come, follow me. I might be able to help.
Okay. So, let's see what she can do for us. I am going to activate guidance again. Not sure I will need it, but it's active in case we do.
Don't worry about him on the table. I'm not in the habit of killing Drow.
Uh-huh.
He attacked Master Halsin and I in the woods, leading a pack of goblins. Tadpole crawled out of his head soon after.
We have the same parasite?
Seems so. Gave Master Halsin a right start. It's why he joined the adventurers on their expedition. To find out what was happening. A pity you got me instead of him. He understands these things. Studied them. Still, we have options. Alright. Let's see what we can do.
What's that plant?
She shifts uneasily, hesitating. Something's off.
It might. But first things first. Tell me about your symptoms. Have you noticed anything strange happening?
Well, it might help. What are you not telling me?
I'm telling you everything you need to know. Believe me on that. I want to help you, but I can't unless you work with me. So, has anything unusual happened to you?
If you put it that way, everything has been unusual, but let's pick one of these options. I can merge my mind with others, or I fell from a ship in the sky, or an intellect devourer spoke to me as if it were one of its own. Let's go with the first option. I always go with the first option.
Each other. Not that the others know they're victims, of course. How'd you pick up the parasite? Halsin was desperate to find where all this was happening.
On a mind flayer ship. Yep. Kidnapped and infected.
A mind flayer ship? But Master Halsin was sure. Look, you've been straight with me, so I'll be straight with you. You're dangerous. If you transform here, we're all dead. But you seem like a good soul. You deserve a chance to save yourself. This is a vial of wyvern poison. Swear to me, you'll swallow it if you feel any symptoms.
I thought you could cure me. What about that little stick you had?
The thorn? Coated in a fatal toxin. It was a last resort, in case I couldn't trust you. I don't have a cure. Only a way out. I'm sorry for misleading you, but I had to be sure you weren't a threat before I told you everything. Now, do I have your word or not?
Nope. I'm not taking poison from a woman I can't trust.
But you have to. Don't you understand? You could kill us all.
Nope, I don't care. I'm not going to die.
Then I've no choice. I'm sorry.
Alright, and she starts attacking us. Okay. This fight should be relatively easy. We get a 96% chance of hitting her. She has 31 health. There's a good chance we can finish this all in one fell swoop. What is with my weapon? Heat metal. Metal is glowing red hot. The caster can deal to the creature touching the heated metal. If the creature is holding a metal weapon, it might drop it. Otherwise, it receives disadvantage on attack rolls. Huh. Interesting. Okay.
Think you can take me on?
It does not seem to really burden us all that much. And now heat metal is gone anyway. And we can bite. And there you go.
Something in that vessel.
Oh, shut up.
Take a closer look.
The healer Nettie. Done. So we get the wyvern poison, which is pretty good. 1 to 8 poison damage per turn. That's really not bad. And we get the Key of the Ancients. And nothing else. Oh, well, actually this cures all effects of poison is also pretty nice. And then we find a little note here. Track the druid, find whatever burrow he runs to, and report back to me. Remember, you're only a scout, do not engage, do not kill anyone. Simply observe and return. I shall decide what we do next. M. Pretty sure that M stands for Minfara, and pretty sure this guy did not follow his orders. Because he was supposed not to engage, but he did engage, right? Anyway, there's another Mind Flayer parasite specimen. We're gonna put that right in there. And I'm not sure why this is not going in there like it's supposed to, and this did not go in there like it's supposed to. Curious. Anyway, Halsin's pipe. Yeah, we're gonna take that. And we're gonna take that. Anyway, there's a bunch of notes here, which we are going to read. Alright, he entrusts her with the grove, and that's that. extraordinary happenings, disturbing stuff. We will investigate further. Yada yada yada. You can read that if you want. Just pause the video. And then there's the notes of a Drow parasite, which it seems like it's an altered parasite, not the same as usual. So that's also interesting. Not much else in here, but we are going to pick up these mushrooms. And I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of nice books in here that we can take. Another one down here. Okay. What was that perception check for? Oh, I think it was for this stone slab. Lots of nice books. Did we already take them from here? I'm not sure. No, there's more books here. And more spells as well. Okay, so in one of the notes it mentioned that this headpiece that we found is how you can open these doors. So since there's another stone slab back here, we are going to unlock that using the key. And then you can see some poison clouds in here. And some traps. But honestly, you can just leave them as be, because every time I walk, I'm basically just avoiding them anyway. Like, the character just automatically avoids them. Which is nice.
Breathe quiet. Move with care.
Anyhow, we can now go through here and realize that we have successfully come out behind these guys, right? Okay, this guy is, and this guy, okay, so they're both looking up there, which I'm not sure if they're going to turn away in a moment or not. I suppose they're not going to turn away. But yes, this is still a more ideal situation for us. So how are we going to deal with this? It will probably take us both of our attacks to deal with Sharp Eye Gorza. But there's a chance, right? Ooh. Okay. That was close. Okay, so there's a chance. Right, let's go into... So it's 13 meters to get up here. I wish I could stand up there, but I can't. So, we can do 2 shots on Gorza, and then we have enough movement to get over here. Unless, of course, we start closer to here, then that's only 9 meters. Which would then give us some meters to still be able to skulk away. we should be able to kill this guy with our bite. So hopefully 2 attacks and 1 bite is enough to kill these 2. So we're gonna end our turn here. So we get all of our movement back again. And now we're gonna have to pick what to do. So we've got a few different arrows that we could use. Blindness is not a bad option. Because then basically even if we do fail to kill Gurza, they won't be attacking. However, we probably just want more damage. Something like this, right? Sadly, this is a water barrel, so it's not going to help us at all. So this 2d4 fire on top is probably our best bet. This is 1d4 on top. This is 2d4 on top. So I like to keep my fire arrows for situation in which fire arrows are actually useful. Lightning arrows actually might be the way to go here. 5 to 20. Yeah, I think lightning. I don't think any of them are wet. We should probably keep the lightning for situations where enemies are wet. I don't like to use arrows in situations that they aren't going to be useful for, but we do need the extra damage, so let's use the cold arrow. Okay. Enemy is surprised. So actually, that's nice. So all of them are going to lose their turn, right? But it also looks like we're not getting our bonus action. Which I don't understand sometimes. I don't understand sometimes how the game mechanics work. But anyway, because they are all surprised, that doesn't matter. We can go over here and bite this guy.
Cutting to the chase.
And that takes care of him. And now, even if we end our turn, Gurza is not going to get a turn because she is surprised and she comes after us. This is why it's important to have high initiative, because then with high initiative, right, you're gonna go before others, and because basically the surprise is gonna last 1 turn, or like basically until everyone had their turn. And because we come after the tracker Torek, at the end of the basically the round, the surprise is going to disappear. The surprise goes for 1 round. So these guys are gonna skip their turn, but this guy is gonna get his turn. And he's this guy down here, so we're gonna have to try to get out of his firing range. Which, if we go over here, I'm not sure. He's probably still going to be able to get us, but this is the best I can do. Okay, see, so everybody's surprised, and then the surprise disappears, and this guy can move. Okay, he used dash, which is great for us. So now we have options. Sadly, this is a long way to get to the other tracker, but we should be able to take care of Sharp Eye Gurza with another arrow. So we're going to do that. So this time I think I'm just going to use a fire arrow because they're easy to come by. And they survived, which is really frustrating, right? really frustrating. Because now we're gonna have to use an extra attack on them. Oh, but we did make them wet. Interesting. Okay, so a lightning attack would be interesting now. So that's them taken care of. We still have this tracker, which might try to attack us. And this guy as well, but he's not going to be able to reach us. So let's see where we can go. We can jump, which should give us quite a bit of distance. Are we just going to go back there? I don't really feel like taking damage from both of these guys. If I go over here, it brings me closer to them, which I think I'm gonna do that. And then we are going to... Can I turn this off? Yes, I can. Okay, and then we are just going to go back here. And it looks like the statue is in the game now. I'm not sure if it's going to start attacking me. How was he able to actually throw something from all the way there? Okay, so the eagle statue is in, but I don't think it's gonna do anything to us. We don't quite have the movement to get this guy. We could teleport though. That way we can get an attack on him and also still get an attack on the warrior. Keep in mind the warrior is also dealing extra damage. So he's going to hurt a lot. He could possibly kill us. We have 35 health. If he gets the crit, that would be bad. But you know what they say. Don't be a chicken shit. Let's get in there. Okay, so there's Shadow Step. Now we get an advantage from Shadow Step on top of Dark Predator. So let's take the swing, and thankfully he's down and we can take another swing at this guy, which is not going to kill him obviously, and we're gonna have to eat his attack and see just how much damage it does. There we go. So 12 and 3. And now imagine if that was a 24 and a 6, right? 24 and 6 would have almost killed us. That would have been a 30. So we want to get a bite because we used one of our blood banks. Sadly, it's kind of impossible for me to see how much blood bank I have. So I can have 3, and the Shadow Step uses a blood bank, but it's really impossible for me to see how many I still have, right? This just doesn't tell me at all, but I had 3 and I used 1, so if I bite now I will have 3 again. But I missed. Okay, and we are frightened. Cannot move. Frightened entities also have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls. Okay, so we still have 2 tries though, so we should be able to take care of that.
What's hiding here?
Okay, and the sharp eyes usually drop arrows, which is really nice. The trackers, I don't think I've ever seen a tracker drop an arrow. Okay, so let's activate this. Okay, so this guardian statue is now deactivated. I am curious if I can attack them, right? But I don't think I can actually reach them. Yeah, that's the thing. They are in places where I can't reach them with close range attacks. So we need to keep in mind that we only have 2 blood bank left, but this guy survived and he's unconscious. So, that's a source of blood, right? There we go. And he has this as well, which kind of means that he was able to go in and out of there. And I've never actually spoken to him or woken him up. And since I'm a bit curious, we are going to use
The corpse seems willing to speak, but not to its killer.
Alright. There we go. That's interesting. He does not want to speak with me. Alright. Let me see if I can...
Hope this ends well.
Yeah, there we go. Bye. You don't want to talk to me? I'm gonna get rid of you. Okay, so there's a corpse here and another one of these runes.
Need any attention right now.
So let's jump over there and deactivate that. We might take a shot or two. Okay, we were fast enough. Okay. Get a key.
Have to keep going.
Perception check failed. No. I want to use my shovel. Although it might be a good idea to put our shovel in that spot over here. Ah, look at that. We get a fire arrow back and fire resistance. Great. I think I have a bunch of fire resistance potions. Yep, 4. And 3 poison resistance. Okay. Okay, so now we can go and check out the treasure. Pretty sure this fight would have gone horribly bad if we had taken it from this side though. It could have gone so bad given how much damage that there was, or potential damage there was. Maybe we could have still inched out the victory, but, you know, more difficult for sure. And if you can, if you know how to get an advantage in a fight, definitely should take it. Especially, you know, playing in honor mode. Oh, that's right. I was like, where's guidance? We put... Huh. Okay, so guidance is back. Alright. So this is trapped, but you know, you can also just get rid of these oil barrels when you're not going to take as much damage. I can also pick it up, and I don't know what happens then if I just pick it up. if I still have to disarm it. Let's try. Boop. We picked it up. There it is. Heavy chest. Oh, okay, okay. So, that still happens. Okay. Alright. I knew I could survive this, right? I knew I could survive this, so... Okay, so this is a very valuable weapon, apparently. I don't see its charm, honestly. I mean, being able to trap someone is nice. But I'm not even sure if it's, you know, something that can just happen from using spells. I suppose this only works if you're using your staff in close combat. And so I don't think it's very useful. So let's drop that here again. There it is. Ouch. But I knew I could survive that, so... I was never at any risk. Good to know, though. Good to know. Oh, I wanted to move that out. There we go. So now we can free Zaza.
Seems simple enough.
And I'm wondering what that's going to do to the dialogue and everything, because Minthara is already gone, right? So... But I want the experience that comes from freeing her. And we're gonna leave these corpses here so they can wonder about who actually killed them.
Wonder what's past this.
Okay, 19, great. Some experience.
Ready to go meet my tribe? Just say the word.
Well, what could a tribe of goblins possibly offer me?
The power of the Absolute, of course. Priestess Gut will tell you all about her and get you branded. You won't believe what you can do once you've got the blessing of the Absolute.
Alright. I'll keep you safe.
Happily. Lead the way.
Slightly different conversation than originally, but we still get this journal entry that is telling us to get help from the Goblin Priestess. Anyway, let's go with Zaza back to the Goblin camp, because I think we've done about everything here that I wanted to... Oh wait, no. There's one thing left that I didn't do yet. Ah no, we need to go through here. There's one thing I completely forgot about. I do wonder what happens if you come with her through here and the goblins are still alive. I wonder. I'm not sure what is going to happen. It seems likely that she might cross you. Just team up with the other goblins and try to kill you. I love this little cog spinning animation that they have when you click. It's very fun. Okay, so she's out.
Ah, thought I was never gonna get out of there. Good to be free again, gotta say.
Alright. Tell me more about that priestess.
I'll introduce you to my whole tribe and put in a good word for you. See you at the camp.
Alright. So we got 20 experience, 30 experience, and another 25 experience. I don't see where this 25 is in our combat log, but I suppose it's not going to be in the combat log. We are still quite a bit away from actually reaching level 4. I would like to be level 4 for the goblins. So there's one thing, like I said, that I have not done yet in the grove. And we are going to do that, but we are going to do that in the next episode. And I should be able to do this quite easily at level 3. And it's probably going to use up my last of my raid charges. Because pretty sure I want to use rage for this. Pretty sure I want to. Some of you might know what it is, some of you might not. Either way, we're going to sell a few things and then do that in the next episode. Ta-ta!